Welcome everybody to my final video of the year. If you hear any popping noises in the background, that's because there are a couple of fireworks shows going on around the city right now because it's almost the new year. But anyway, in this video I'll be looking at my year in Pomade. The first part of this video deals with my favorite products out of this year's releases, and the second part of this video will be dealing with the pomades I've used the most this year that exclude the 2018 releases. Now, for those of us in the pomade community, 2018 was an exciting time. It was an amazing year, no matter if you're an oil-based pomade enthusiast, if you love water-based pomades, matte products, or even gel types. There is something for everyone this year. For example, we saw Grim Grease introduce some new products to their line, such as their oil-based pomade and the highly favored El Chupacabra gel type pomade. Suavecito released their oil-based formula in the summer, and very recently, they released the clay as well. Lockhart's introduced the Paradox to their line, which is a cross between an orthodox gel-type pomade and an unorthodox water-based pomade, but it's still considered a gel-type pomade, but it's really unlike anything else in the market out there. Then there are the Black Kraken products from Templeton Tonics, the Black Kraken Clay and the Tonic. Now, the Black Kraken Clay is actually currently in the lead as being voted for the #1 pomade of the year in the Everything Pomade Forum, totaling to over 100 votes the last time I checked. Then, of course, we can't forget the limited edition releases, such as this Halloween's Monster Mash pomades from Nostalgic Grooming, Pop's Not Dead, The Classics, and Lockhart's. And speaking of Lockhart's, the new scents they introduced to their line are also unforgettable this year, during the Any Scent, Any Hold promotion that takes place annually. Now, I won't be sitting here and talking about every single release that came out this year because there's just way too many of them. It's not like I have every single one of them anyway, or do I even know all of them. But out of the ones I've tried, here are my top 5 releases from this year, not in order. And they are Atlas by Templeton Tonics. Now, this one is an oil-based pomade that is unlike anything else, any other oil-based pomade in the market. Now, most oil-based pomades, they're designed for that slick look. They tend to weigh down your hair, they flatten it. But this one over here actually does the opposite. It boosts volume to your hair because the silica powder it contains. It's not every day when you actually see an oil-based pomade that's designed. And the heritage scent that was introduced along with this pomade is absolutely amazing as well. And overall, this is just a great product, and I highly recommend it. A low shine, medium to firm holding pomade. And whether you are experienced with oil-based pomades or if you're trying to make a switch from water-based to oil-based or sound products to oil-based pomades in general, if you're a beginner to oil-based pomades, or if you're a die-hard pomade fan already, then this is absolutely an amazing product. And then for us in the European Union, some of us are aware of a new German homebrew pomade called Nordemann, which is a tribute to the Scandinavian Vikings from back in the day. And this one over here is my favorite product from their line, which is called Skali. It's their light hold, but it really isn't a light hold. It's more of like a light to medium hold, leaning more towards a medium hold. And the shine on it's very controlled. It's not like a typical, very oily, super high, out of control shine. It's more of like a lower, medium shine. And the thing about Nordmann is that their scents are completely unique and it's unlike anything I've smelled before, and it's just very masculine. But overall, this is just one of the best European products I've ever used, and one of the best European pomades to have ever worked on my hair. And the last oil-based pomade I'll be talking about from this year's release is something that stays forever in my heart and mind. It's Halls Original. Now, this one over here is a tribute to the greaser subculture and classic pomades such as Black and White and Royal Crown. And the company was actually very short-lived. It was introduced around April, as far as I can remember. And the company was shut down in October, I believe, due to personal reasons. The brewer had personal reasons for shutting the company down, and he had to close it down for good. But anyway, I have virtually every single product from them. We don't count the different scents, and I've always been supporting the brewer for quite a long time already, and I'm absolutely in love with every single product. But this is their flagship product of the line. This is the limited edition version, by the way. The actual flagship product which is an original, Hull's original firm hold pomade, is a firm hold high shine pomade, and it's a pretty greasy one, and it comes in a red tin. But this was the limited edition versions. It comes in the hot rod, rat rod artwork over here with the custom grease monkey scent that smells exactly like the hair tonic. And now, moving on to the water-based / matte products. My favorite release from this year are Flagship Cream Pomade. Now, this is an absolutely versatile product if you're the kind of person who goes for the more loose, texturized, and volumized modern style, or if you're like me, you prefer the slicker and more conservative or old-fashioned styles. This actually does the trick for you. My fifth product I'll be talking about is Nostalgic's Moon Paste. Now, this one over here is also another versatile product that can be used for both texturized and slick styles. It has somewhat of a medium hold, a little bit on the lighter side, but it has a very phenomenal scent to it. The Cosmic Cologne scent, which is also introduced along with this pomade over here. And it has a natural finish that's not completely matte, unlike most pastes out there, which tend to be very gritty and just super matte and sometimes just artificially matte in a way that makes your hair super unhealthy looking. This one actually has a natural shine to it. It does not take away any shine to leave it completely matte, nor does it actually add any shine. It just enhances the natural shine that your hair has already. And also, it's just like all the other nostalgic products, this one makes your hair feel absolutely amazing during the washouts. It's very nourishing, it's really conditioning. Now that's it for my top 5 products, not in order, out of this year's releases. And now moving on to the products I've been using the most this year. In the oil-based category, we have Lockhart's Goon Grease. Now this is probably, I don't know if this is actually my favorite pomade or not, because, I probably have 2 or 3 pomades in mind as my current number 1 favorite oil-based pomade. But this absolutely, since the first time I used it, I fell in love with it right away. I'm not really into a lot of the heavy holding or firm holding pomades. I'm more into the lighter and medium side, but this heavy hold pomade over here, well, it's advertised as a heavy hold, but to me it's more of a firm hold, is just one of those pomades with a ridiculous amount of slickness, and that's what you need. And the shine on it, just as we know, Goon Grease is famous for being a firm hold pomade containing more shine than it should have, and it kind of broke the mold for that, being one of the first heavy hold pomades to contain plenty of shine. And the other oil-based pomade I've been using a lot, especially in more formal events, is Pom's Not Dead Slick of It All. This is my other favorite pomade, if not Lockhart's Goon Grease, because this one just works absolutely well for my hair type, and it just gives me the perfect look for the style that I'm going for. And this is actually a light hold. The shine in this one's very moderated and unique as well. It does not give you that super wet or greasy looking shine, but it's more of like a glass type of shine, just as if your hair is just like polished glass or something without looking greasy at all. But it's a nice shine, but it's between medium and high. Now on to the water-based category. The one that I've used the most this year is Nostalgic Grooming Super Water-Based Pomade. I have it in the Clean Cut Citrus scent, which I absolutely love. It's sort of like a peachy, not too much citrus to me, but more of a peachy type of scent. It's kind of waxy, but it's got enough slickness to my style. I really like the way it performs my hair, especially in hotter weather. And now the other water-based pomade I've used the most this year is Sheer Revival's Crystal Lake. Now this one works wonders for finer hair, especially for finer Asian hair types. This one is a medium, unorthodox water-based pomade. For some of you, it may be between a light and medium hold, but this one just works really well for my hair. And the shine on it is also good for an unorthodox water-based pomade. It's between a medium and high shine, and the texture on it is just a nice balance between wet and dry. So it's got the perfect balance to its consistency and the way it feels and breaks down, and it just styles really easily. And the matte products I've used the most this year, well, okay, if we're talking beyond the 2018 releases, there's only one matte product I've used the most, which is Sheer Revival's American Gardens Clay, which apparently is discontinued. And this is actually my first clay, and I fell in love with it, and it gave me a really good impression on matte clays. Now this one is actually very familiar for an oil-based pomade user, and it kind of gave me the jump between oil-based pomades to clays and matte products in general. And this is actually one of those few clays that are actually pretty slick, because most clays out there are just straight up texturizing, but this one is very versatile as well, whether you're going for a slicker look like I do or a more texturized look. And the best part of this, it does not even leave you with a completely dry or matte look, and actually has a low shine to it, which is very rare when you look in the whole spectrum of clays, because most of them are just matte, but this one actually provides you with a level of shine. It's a clay that provides you with a low shine to your hair. Honorable mention, speaking of sheer revival, I should have mentioned this earlier in my oil-based pomade. Oil-based pomades I've used most this year. Sheer revival, the one who knocks. Now, I don't use this as often as the other pomades, oil-based pomades, but this is probably the non-petrol-based oil-based pomade I've used the most. And the reason why I'm giving an honorable mention right now is that not only is it an amazing product, but also it has been recently discontinued. Zachary West just made the one who knocks now a seasonal release, and it's no longer a flagship product in the line. And so, if you can get your hands on this one, I highly recommend you to actually grab it as fast as you can, because this is just a product you really can't miss out on. Now, the classic products I've been using the most this year are Black and White hairdressing pomade. I just really like the build on it, and one can last you a long time. It's cheap. It costs between $6 to $10 depending on where you are. It's got a decent amount of shine, really nice control, and the buildup is the best part of it. So if you're looking for a new classic product to try, Black and White is the #1 classic pomade I recommend you to try out. And the other classic product I've tried the most this year is Brill Cream, because I tend to use it every week, if not every other week, on lazy days if I prefer a light hold, high shine product that, I don't really want to do much of my hair, just keep it neat and shiny. That's all I want to do in lazy days sometimes, not put too much effort on it. So Brill Cream is just perfect for that. And the tonics I've used the most this year are Rougel's Grooming Tonic. Now, this is my favorite pre-styler so far. Now with this, it's just so easy to shape your hair post-shower, and you just apply this and blow dry it in. Your hair will be a lot easier to control and manage, especially if you put pomade in later on. And it also volumizes your hair. It gives you that perfect amount of lift. So for those of you with finer hair like me, then this is the perfect volume building product, and it leaves your hair smelling absolutely great as well. It has that fruity apple scent that the green Roussel pomade, the medium hold grease pomade, has. And so this is just amazing for putting your hair into shape prior to using pomade, and giving you the amount of volume and lift you need to your style. And my other tonic I've used the most this year is Hull's Original. Now this one over here is one of the few oil-based tonics I've actually tried, and I just really like the scent of this one, the Grease Monkey scent. It's a very masculine cologne type of scent, and whether you're using it as a standalone product or as a topper, this is perfect. It gives you a really nice amount of shine. It's got decent hold for an oil-based tonic, and even a hair tonic in general, and it gives you the perfect amount of slickness of using it as a topper. And so that's my year in pomade. Those are my favorite products this year, and my favorite the products I've used the most this year. And I wish you all a happy new year. And just as always, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and click on the bell icon to never miss a single upload. And I'll see you in my next video in 2019. Happy New Year, everybody.